Welcome back to the Everyday Faith Podcast from Eastside with today's faith-rooted principle. Hey there, welcome back. My name is Isaac Johnson, and today is Wednesday, July the 22nd, and I want to give us our rooted principle for today, which is this: take time today to invest in things that matter for eternity, and your day will not be wasted. Charles Francis Adams, he was the son of President John Quincy Adams, and his grandson of the president, John Adams, kept a diary. And one day, this busy political leader entered this description. He said, "Went fishing with my son today, a day wasted." And his son, Brooks Adams, he also kept a diary in which is still in existence to this day. And on the same day in Brooks' diary, he made an entry that said this: "Went fishing with my father, the most wonderful day of my life." Listen, how we invest in our children makes a difference. Our children need us to invest in them. Joshua 4, verses 5 through 7. Let me read you this. It says, "And Joshua said unto them, Pass over before the ark of the Lord your God into the midst of the Jordan, and take ye up every man a stone upon his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, The waters of Jordan were cut off from before the ark of the covenant of the Lord when it passed over Jordan. The waters of the Jordan were cut off, and these stones shall be for a memorial unto the children of Israel forever." So Joshua said, hey, look, we're going to put these stones here so that your kids, one day when they ask you, hey, what's that all about? You can say, well, let me tell you what God did. Let me tell you about what God did in my life. Spending time with our children is something that is invaluable, and I think that's really what Joshua was indicating. Hey, that we're going to teach the next generation. You're going to invest in your children. You're going to tell them, hey, listen, this is what God has done for me. And God has given fathers a special responsibility to make a meaningful investment of time in our children's lives. And this is his pattern for continuing faith through generations to come. There's need to be for a need for memorials to be set in our lives. Signposts that we can point to our children and show them what God has done, and read about and show them, here's what God's Word means to me, and here's how God's Word applies in the day in which we live. And listen, this doesn't happen by accident or without investment of serious time. And listen, time spent with our children is not wasted. Time spent with your children and investing in them is not wasted. Many believe it to be wise and proper to make financial preparations for your children, and I'm not against that whatsoever. It is, but far more important is the spiritual investment that we make in our children's lives by spending time with them and talking to them about the things that God has done in our life. So here it is. Here's the challenge for today, the rooted principle for today. Take time to invest in things that matter for eternity. Hey, if you don't have kids at home anymore, invest in your grandkids. Invest in some kids at church, but invest in someone, sharing with them what God has done. Show them the memorials that have happened in your life. Make God big in your life. Invest in your children. Thanks for joining us for today's Rooted Principle right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast. If today's conversation has encouraged you, be sure to share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast.